Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, I'll be talking about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold7. What do I feel about this smartphone now after using it for almost more than 2 weeks? I had already actually posted one video on this regarding my initial impressions and what I felt about it. Again, watch that video because I'm not going to talk about all the stuff that I've already talked about that in this video. In this video, I wanted to talk about the real experience that I have with this one and why this will become my primary smartphone, that is the primary fold. So let's talk about it, and again, watch the video that I posted earlier for the general overview and other stuff. Here, this is going to be a little bit practical kind of a video. So again, this is the device itself, and the first thing that most of you asked, and I was also very curious about this one, is that yes, Samsung in terms of hardware, they have done a great job, made the phone super sleek. As you can see, it's so sleek and all these things, but again, this one is still having that 4400 milliamp hour battery. So I was also a little bit worried how will it fare in real life conditions. But I'm happy to say that, in fact, if you have been following me on Twitter, I was actually posting the tweets about the battery life at the end of the day, and in fact the battery life was actually very good. In fact, let me show you some of the screenshots. If I go over here and if I go to the screenshots and let me just show you some of the screenshots. Okay, for example, this is battery usage was about 62%, so 62% used battery, got a screen on time of 5 hours 54 minutes, and we still had about 49% battery left. Again, this was, as you can see, this is the drop down, used 44%, so we still had quite a bit of battery left. And this was actually interesting. This was a heavy day. In fact, from my morning jog, etc., I was continuously busy at the end of the day. So almost pretty heavy usage. Used about 74% of the battery. So still, it was not dead or something. At the end of the full day, I still had about 26% battery left. And as you can see, the screen on time was 8 hours that I got, and screen off time 12 hours, as you can see. So the battery life, that was a big worry for me, was not an issue. Always I got over 6 hours of usage, and that's my typical usage. Generally I use my smartphones for 5 to 7 hours, and it never had a problem. In fact, for most days I was left over with about 35% to even about 40% battery life at the end of the day. So if you are a person, for example, there's one more day start, as you can see, again 6 hours, used 65%, so still had 35% left at the end of the day. So battery life, which was my biggest worry about this smartphone, was a non-issue practically for me. If you're a person who charges your phone every day at night when you go to sleep, you just put it on charge, this phone will suffice you. And I think so the big part of that is because of the optimizations that Samsung has done. They have optimized the smartphone very well. And another thing that I feel is because of this outer cover screen that they call, this has now become a lot bigger. So about 70% of the time, I don't have to actually open the inner screen. I can just do most of the stuff here. And I'm opening the inner screen only when I'm consuming media, or example, if I get some files like Excel files, PDF, etc. to do, or let's say if I want to do multitasking or something, then only I'm opening this one. That way, in terms of battery life, which was my biggest worry, is a non-issue, I feel, on this one. Now, moving to next thing is regarding the durability. I got a lot of questions, and in fact I was also very curious because they have made the phone very light to hold. It has become super slim. In fact, one of the slimmest, I would say, smartphones for a foldable, I would say. And here I was also very skeptical. Samsung says that this is supposed to be one of the most durable foldable smartphone that they have made, but again I was also skeptical. But I happened to actually come across Mr. Gupta's video. Here is the thumbnail of the video. I can't play that because of copyright issue, but again, watch that video. He tortured this smartphone. He actually put this smartphone in a river for 30 minutes, dropped it multiple times. In fact, he also put coffee on it, and God knows he tortured the hell out of this smartphone, and then also the smartphone has survived. So in terms of durability also, I feel Samsung has actually done a very, very good job. In fact, I didn't expect it to perform that well. Again, I'll leave the link of that video in the description so that you can check it out. So in terms of durability also, some of the concerns that you might have and I was also having are sort of squashed. So I feel Samsung has done a very good job in terms of durability. Next thing is that, in fact, as I've told you, I'm using it for the past 2 weeks, this smartphone. A lot of my friends and families, when I showed to them, they really liked the phone, and some of them were actually using iPhone, and they asked me how easy it is to move from an iPhone to Android. In fact, it's actually very easy. This is my iPhone 16 Pro. In fact, I did that migration. It's actually very, very easy to migrate from iOS to actually Android. When you are actually setting up the phone for the first time, when you first open this smartphone, you'll get a prompt. Do you want to migrate from existing Android phone or an iPhone? And just select iPhone and follow the prompt. There will be a QR code and it will ask you to install this app, that is this Samsung Smart Switch, on your iPhone, and just do that and follow the prompts and it will transfer everything on your Android smartphone. In fact, yes, many of you will ask me, yes, it also transferred the WhatsApp chat, images, etc., everything. So again, yes, you can easily migrate from an iPhone to Android very easily via the same. But again, just remember that you have to do that while you're setting up the phone for the first time. Just be aware of that. Okay, moving to some of the other stuff that I have noticed. And this is regarding the Galaxy ecosystem. If you have been actually following me, you know that I do have some of the other Galaxy devices also, that is Samsung devices, like for example Samsung Buds, etc. They work very well with this one. But again, if you have multiple Galaxy devices, these devices actually work very well with each other. And I feel now, if you actually have a Samsung phone, for example, like this Fold XL, the ecosystem works very, very well. For example, let me just show you. Just put the screen over here. Of course, you have quick share, and that is very easy. For example, if you want to, let's say, I want to just share this. I just invoke the quick share on this laptop, and if I just invoke this, I can actually share very easily. I can hit this quick share and it'll detect the Galaxy Book over here, and you can click it and you can just send it. So that way, I would say sharing of files, etc., is very, very easy. It has shared it and it has actually come here, and I can open this file, and as you can see, it has like. So it's very, very easy. And of course, whatever stuff you have on your laptop also, you can easily share it back to the smartphone. So that comes very. Also, if you have Galaxy Buds, then the auto switching feature is something very, very interesting. If you have multiple Galaxy devices, for example, laptop, automatically it switches from your phone to a laptop where you're using the device. So that is actually there. And of course, as it's a Samsung device, if you recall, let me just put this like this. Let me just close the phone and just keep it on the side. You also have smart things with the Galaxy Book. And again, I'll show you all your, for example, your devices, Samsung devices, for example, the fridge, etc. And also I will show you your phone over here. And if I feel this is one small feature that which can be helpful. Sometimes you just keep your phone somewhere and you can't find it, and it's set on mute or something like that, do not disturb or something, and you want to find it. If you have a Galaxy Book like this and the smart things is there, you can just invoke this option and it'll start ringing your phone even if it's on do not disturb or something like that. So again, these are some of the things that I noticed, that if you have a Samsung you are in the Samsung ecosystem, like the Samsung Buds or a laptop, Samsung based laptop, etc. These devices actually work very well with each other. But apart from that, what about the experience that I had with the phone? The overall experience with the phone was also very, very good. For example, in terms of the call clarity as expected was spectacular. I did not have any issues. Even in terms of the cellular connectivity, etc., 5G reception that I was getting was very good. So in that areas, you don't have to worry. Also, again, as I've told you, the outer screen and that cover screen is now a 6.5-inch one. And again, because of that, you don't have to open this again and again. You can get a lot of things done right. And in fact, I like the form factor of this one. This is neither too wide, I would say, neither too small. So I think so this size what they have got now is a perfect size for a foldable, and you can use it like a normal phone, which is the biggest trump card I would say I have for this one. Next thing is the weight. Also, they have done an incredible job. In fact, I didn't expect that Samsung would do something like this. This weighs just 215 grams. In fact, this weighs even less than the Samsung S25 Ultra or even the iPhone 16 Pro Max, etc. So that way I would say they have done a very, very good job. Also, in terms of some of the AI features, I won't get into it. Again, Samsung has loaded a lot of AI features and they are very, very useful. In fact, I mentioned about this in my earlier video, also the first video that I posted. When you shoot videos, particularly if you shoot the videos outdoors or something, if there is unwanted noise, you can easily clean it up. So I feel, yes, they have added a lot of AI features and some of them are actually genuinely useful. In fact, I've seen a lot of AI features in various Android smartphones, but I have to say, in terms of AI functionality and the features what they are doing, in fact you can just go to this. Samsung has some of the best AI features on this one. So that way I would say these are features. For example, if you travel a lot, interpreter, etc., writing assistant also can come, call assist is there, and again I've told you audio eraser, which you can also use in videos and stuff, is a good one. And overall I would say from a hardware point of view also, this smartphone just works very, very well. I would say they have nailed the form factor, I would say, for the foldable. It just feels like the biggest credit that I can give it to this phone is that this just feels like a normal phone to use like this. But if you want to have the bigger canvas and need something bigger, you just open it up and you have that. So definitely I would say after a long time, I would say I really liked a smartphone. And yes, this is a review on it. I guess this will go back to Samsung after a couple of weeks, but I will be purchasing my own unit of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold7 because I feel Samsung got a lot of things right with the Fold7 this time. Yes, you don't have the S Pen, but personally for me, frankly speaking, I never use the S Pen, so that does not bother me. And yes, the camera also has improved quite a bit, I would say, this time. So I'm satisfied with the cameras of this one. Yes, there is that slight wobble like this, which is slight nitpicking, I would say, but I generally don't use it like this and type. I'm just using it like this and typing it with the single hand. And if you type like this, open it, and then it's not a big issue. But overall, I have to say Samsung has done a very good job with the Galaxy Z Fold7. What do you guys feel about the Galaxy Z Fold7? Yes, I know it's a pricey smartphone, but I think so for Fold users who have been actually using the Fold from quite some time, and if you guys have been following me, in fact, I have been actually using the Fold series from a long time. In fact, I've purchased the Fold 1, Fold 2, Fold 3. Then I even used the Fold 5 for quite a bit. And now, finally, I would say the Fold7 is the one that I will be upgrading to. Anyways, guys, that's it for now for this video. If you still have any questions about the Galaxy Z Fold7, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to do that. And also, again, if you want to know about the migration from iPhone to Android, it's actually very simple. But if I get enough inquiries about that, I'll try to make a dedicated video on the same. So, guys, that's it for now for this video. I hope you found it useful. And guys, if you're still not subscribed to this YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Catch you later. Take care.